Hello everybody, welcome to ESI Africa, your channel of choice when it comes to energy and power news across Africa. Today I'm in conversation with Mr. Armand Zingiro. It's good to be with you, sir. How are you doing this morning?
Thank you very much.
Excellent. So from a Rwanda perspective,
Yes.
just give me a sense of what the general landscape look like overview from a power generation perspective.
Thank you very much, Mediasi. So in Rwanda, we currently have, excuse me, we currently have an installed capacity of 271 megawatts, and it's a mix of mostly made by hydro power plants, around 60%,
Yes.
and then the 40% is a mix of diesel generators and peat. Also, we also have some solar and the methane gas. So we have planned to reach a installed capacity of 550 megawatts in 2024. You can see that we only left with 2 years, but we have major projects in the pipeline. Mostly renewables. We have on the east 80 megawatt projects that will be shared between 3 countries, Rwanda, Tanzania, and Burundi. And we also have another project of 50 megawatts on the western side of the country that will be coming from the lake. This is methane gas. And also a big hydro of 40 megawatts that's called Nyabarongo 2. So this is, in a nutshell, our plans when it comes to generation. We also increasing our transmission lines to cover mostly the countryside. And on the distribution side, we also planning to connect Rwanda, all Rwandans to the electricity by 2024. Our current access rate is at 70%, and the next 2 years we need to take it to 100%.
That's very interesting and encouraging. So, you know, when we hear of Rwanda, we see this upcoming strong economy. Yes. So what are some of the challenges that we have faced over the last few years, and how do you plan to sort of overcome them in the 2 years that you're talking about between now and 2024?
Yes, so thank you very much. Some of the challenges that we face, I think it's a challenge across the continent with all the utilities. In our mix, we still get a very high cost of power. So if you mean high cost of power, you should get a cost-reflective tariff.
Yeah.
But usually that's a big issue. But as a utility, we are regulated, and the cost of power for me, it's something that's stand out to get a cost-reflective tariff.
That's excellent. So what I wanted also to understand is you mentioned that you have plans to have electricity access to 100% of your citizens, yes, by 2024.
Sure.
Are you on track to that?
Yes, we are. Yes, we are. So we had some gap in financing, but we've closed it now. So it's looking very good. Now the ball is on our side as implementers to achieve that. Just to be clear, it's not 100% connection to the grid. It will be a mix of 52% will be connected on the grid, and then 48% will be connected to the off-grid.
Oh, that's good. So let's talk around regulation a little bit further. What is the regulatory landscape in Rwanda at the moment?
So we have a regulatory body which is called RURA, Rwanda Utility Regulatory Authority. So basically, they regulate anything that goes with utility, that's be electricity prices. and they're also in charge of following up on the reliability of services that we are giving. So I think we have a fair regulatory policy, and usually utilities have a tendency to push the regulator to increase the prices, but it's always kind of constant battle, a challenge.
Do you have room for IPPs in Rwanda?
Yes. So mostly our generation, I think they occupy 60% of our generation. It's coming for independent power producers. And the 40% remaining is a plant owned by the government, which is the utility.
All right, yes. 100%. So you have spoken about short-term plans to 2024.
Yes.
What are your main long-term plans going beyond 2024 now?
Thank you. So going beyond 2024, we really need to connect all our citizens to the grid. So we're talking about 2030, 2035, so that we can have everyone connected 100% to the grid.
So that's good and very encouraging. I think the success stories and some of the issues that we are hearing from Rwanda are quite encouraging. I also just wanted to ask you around the general Africa energy mix. How do you think what is the best way to approach this? Do you think it should be a regional effort or an in-country effort? If it has to be a regional effort, what do you think should happen between utility companies across Africa?
Yes, so personally I think the future is to be interconnected, and we have some of the power pools that have been in operation for since 1950s, late 50s. And if we sit together in forums like this, the CO forum, and we exchange a lot. And personally, again, I think that the interconnection is the future, because we have people like in the northern area of Africa, the southern area, which kind of have high access rates, and they've been having stable grid, if I can say that. So we can share experience, but personally I think the future is to be interconnected.
Interconnected, that's good.
Yes.
What is the future utility company for you? What does it look like? I know yesterday we discussed issues around unbundling of these utility companies. Is that an ideal model for you?
When it comes to unbundling, I think it works with the cases, specific cases. But personally, I think that unbundling isn't for utilities that are still building itself. So a utility that's vertically integrated, we've seen it, that some of the best performing utilities, they are vertically integrated. And this is a model, to me, which I think we should all follow.
Thank you very much, Mr. Zingiro. I enjoyed talking to you. Mr. Armand Zingiro is the Managing Director of Energy Utility Corporation in Rwanda.
Thank you very much.